From weird fish and sea spiders to nightmarish amphibians and primates, here are 23 of the world's most bizarre-looking creatures. Number 23. Bilby. Now, if we told you this small creature is a marsupial, that would give you a clue as to its native country, right? It would be Australia, of course, where the vast majority of marsupials call home. Bilbies are also known as rabbit bandicoots and are found in desert regions. While experts say their lineage reaches back some 15 million years, they're currently classified as a vulnerable species due to habitat loss and competition from other animals. Number 22. Troglodyte spider. These arachnids were found in the caves of Oregon in 2010 and were among the first new families of spider described since 1990. The spiders have a strange look that is accented by the hook-like claws found on their legs. With their legs fully extended, they can measure about 3 inches, although they can appear to be much larger than that. Experts think the creatures may have helped inspire local legends of giant cave-dwelling spiders in the area in which they were found. Number 21. White's tree frog. Now, these amphibians can appear to be some seriously brooding creatures, and while they're known as White's tree frog, they're also called the Australian green tree frog, although they're not always white or green. As with many such frogs, their skin color can change, and when their pigmentation does suddenly change, it can be the result of stress or a change in the surrounding humidity. In fact, their coloration can range anywhere from a dark brown to a pale green, and that distinctive plumpness is a kind of trademark, along with the puffy ridges over their eyes. Number 20. Honeypot ant. Their swollen abdomen is the distinguishing mark of this ant species. Worker ants are gorged with food and then used as a living food storage container. While it's not unusual for insects to store their food for use at a later time, some species like bees will use their nests or combs. Ants using their own bodies as a storage facility is pretty unusual. Whenever liquid is needed from a honeypot ant, workers will stroke its antenna, and that causes the honeypot ant to regurgitate its stored fluid for the benefit of all. Number 19. Asian sheepshead wrasse. Native to the waters of the western Pacific Ocean, this species of wrasse fish is among the largest, reaching nearly 40 inches in length and weighing more than 30 pounds. They're noted for the unusual protrusions that provide the illusion of the animal having a forehead and chin. Many people think the sheepshead wrasse has an unsettlingly human appearance. In fact, there are stories of these odd-looking fish striking up friendships with humans. Number 18. Marabou stork. You could say these big birds have an imposing presence. Standing more than 5 feet tall, they have a wingspan over 10 feet. Found in Africa, they're usually scavengers that prefer larger carrion, but they will feast on other birds as well, flamingos in particular. You could argue that they have an off-putting look. Well, you know, they also have an off-putting habit, too. As a means to control their body temperature, the birds are known to defecate all over their legs. Number 17. Proboscis monkey. And it is pretty easy to sniff out this monkey's distinguishing characteristic. Native to Borneo, this pot-bellied primate has a hooter that can grow some 7 inches long. Males are known to use the appendage as a way to attract a mate. It's thought that the nose helps increase the volume and range of the male's vocalizations, and the ladies seem to really like that. Number 16. Alligator snapping turtle. These are among the world's largest freshwater turtles and can weigh on average around 175 pounds, but heavier specimens have been reported. They're found primarily in the waters of the southeastern United States, and it's named after the alligator for a couple of reasons. Its powerful jaws can easily slice a human finger, and it has prominent rows of spikes that have the appearance of alligator skin. Many people think those spikes give this animal a profoundly prehistoric appearance. Number 15. Celestial eye goldfish. This breed of fancy goldfish is noted for their double tails, but that's not their most distinguishing physical trait. Their name is inspired by their unique telescope eyes, which are turned upward with their pupils gazing toward the heavens. Although collectors find the creature's appearance to be exotic, the upward-looking eyes offer only limited vision for the creature and are easily damaged. Number 14. Poodle moth. Here's another creature that a lot of people thought existed only in somebody's imagination. It was discovered in 2009 in Venezuela and was thought to be a possible new species of moth. But when a taxonomist posted pictures of it online, a lot of people wrote it off as a hoax. Later on, though, the poodle moth's existence was confirmed by experts. Number 13. Monkfish. This does not exactly look like a delicacy, but the monkfish actually is considered as such and is often served in finer establishments. But with its large head filled with razor-sharp teeth and its off-putting shape, one wouldn't necessarily think of this creature as a staple of fine dining. Did you know that the monkfish can grow to lengths of around 5 feet, and they can swallow prey nearly as large as themselves? Number 12. Glaucus Atlanticus. Here's a diminutive species of sea slug that goes by a few different names, including blue angel. But there is nothing angelic about their sting. The creatures are venomous and can deliver a sting that is painful and could be potentially dangerous. As they're carried along the ocean surface by wind and water currents, they can easily blend into the water thanks to their blue coloration. Number 11. Bateared Box. You could definitely describe this critter as being all ears, or mostly all ears anyway. This species of fox is native to Africa, and it's been around for a long time. Fossil evidence shows the animals first made their appearance some 800,000 years ago. While it looks like the fox could flap its ears like wings, their purpose is obviously not geared toward flight. The canid uses its large ears for purposes of thermoregulation. Number 10. Flying fox. So we just had a fox named for a bat. Now, here's a bat named for a fox. These creatures are known as megabats, and they can grow to some pretty impressive sizes. Some species of flying fox have wingspans approaching 5 feet, while weighing some 3.5 pounds. They're found from the tropics of Asia to Australia and East Africa. Number 9. Suriname Toad. Only a quick look at this creature is enough to understand why it is known as one of the world's flattest amphibians. It blends in seamlessly at the bottoms of muddy rivers where it lives. Unlike most toads, the males of this species will not croak in order to attract a mate. They don't have teeth or a tongue, so they make a clicking noise underwater, and those clicks are apparently quite potent. Number 8. Caecilians. Caecilians are really legless amphibians, and one species found in Cambodia can grow almost 5 feet long. Because they live mostly hidden in the ground, the serpentine creatures are the least understood order of amphibians. What is known is that they mostly consume prey like smaller underground creatures and earthworms. Number 7. Okapi. This animal was once known as the African unicorn because it was considered to be a mythical beast, but their existence, of course, has been verified. And while it looks like a mashup of a zebra, a giraffe, and antelope, it is most closely related to the giraffe, and it's now considered one of the icons of cryptozoology. Number 6. Naked mole rat. This beast would be right at home in any of our nightmares. They live underground in colonies, and because of that, they have no need of eyesight. And while that hairless, wrinkled-up look might put you off your lunch, those are actually physical characteristics that help them to adapt to their subterranean environment. Number 5. Platypus. So we told you about the Okapi, which was once thought to be a mythical beast, and likewise the platypus. You likely know these creatures as among the best-known animal mashups of all time. They have a duck-like bill, a tail like a beaver, and feet not unlike an otter's. And they are monotremes, a rare order of mammal that actually lays eggs. And there's even more. The platypus is also known as one of the world's few venomous mammals. Number 4. Starnosed Mole. Here's another animal a lot of people think might be a Photoshop job, or at least they wish it was. The star-nosed mole looks like this in real life, though, and is found in the lowlands of the US and Canada. Now, while they're blind, they are known to be capable swimmers. And that bizarre-looking nose serves another function, too. It actually helps them to smell under the water. Number 3. Sea spiders. Yes, they do look an awful lot like spiders, but these creatures are not truly arachnids. But they are called sea spiders. Is that confusing? Well, officially, these creatures are classified as large marine arthropods. And like true arachnids, they do have 8 legs. They're known to reach leg spans of around 10 inches. Experts think the cause may have to do with polar gigantism. Number 2. Blob fish. No wonder this deep-sea animal made the list. It's certainly among the more bizarre-looking creatures out there. It appears to have the visage of a grumpy old man, along with what appears to be a slimy, gelatinous skin. But that squishy exterior actually serves to help it survive. The gooey flesh allows the animal to easily float above the seafloor while expending the least amount of energy for swimming. Number 1. Eye. And if there is one animal that always shows up on these sorts of lists, well, it's got to be this lemur from Madagascar. Thanks to the eye's big ears and bulging eyes, the creatures are often compared to the gremlins or to Yoda. Despite its bizarre appearance, they are completely harmless to humans. Unfortunately, though, the reverse is not true. Locals are known to consider the eye to be harbingers of doom and will slaughter them on sight.